The NoFap movement has become bigger than ever, and YouTube is filled with videos about it, and particularly about the benefits of doing NoFap and being on NoFap. You can see these videos and these discussions all over the internet where people say that, Eddie, let me make this video. Come on. Okay? You have all these videos online talking about the benefits, talking about how amazing it's gonna be when you get to day 30, you get to day 60, you get to day 90. It's gotten to a point where people joke about it, making memes like, if you get to day 90, you're gonna have superpowers, you're gonna have X-ray vision, you're gonna be able to levitate, and all that stuff. And in all seriousness, people genuinely believe, for example, that if you are on the NoFap for 90 days, women can sense that in you. Women can smell or see somehow that you are not fapping. And then women are going to be attracted to you. And I think that's a little bit of a dangerous thing to be telling young guys, because then they're just not going to focus on actually looking after how they look and going to the gym and working on their social skills and confidence, because they think if they just do this NoFap thing, then women are supposed to just come to them, which is a little bit weird to me. And don't get me wrong, it is awesome to be on NoFap. It is awesome to get even just 1 week, 2 weeks. It feels great. It feels amazing. If you are somebody who is suffering from pornography addiction, which is at this point, I would say, easily over half of the young male population, at least in the Western countries. There is some research to back that stuff up too, if you want to go and look for it. But off the top of my head, I would just say that over half of young guys are addicted to porn at this point. So it is awesome if you get to that point where you spend a whole month without watching anything or doing anything like that. But here is the issue that I have. What if I told you that you are not ready for NoFap? What if I told you that you should not idolize those people who have gone 30 days and 60 days and a year without fapping? Because the problem is, if you suffer right now from compulsive masturbation and from porn addiction, the addiction is usually caused by an underlying problem or multiple underlying problems. There is something that drives you to use and consume porn. There's something that drives you and triggers you into fapping. And if you do not address these problems, you will not be able to get to the point of NoFap. Because NoFap is not a tool. NoFap is not a method. It's a state of being. It's a goal to reach. It's a destination to go to. And that is what a lot of people seem to be missing. It is not something that most people can just suddenly do. Most people cannot stop their porn addiction cold turkey. There's a bunch of people who can and who have, and I will actually link in the description a couple of guys, 24/7 Betterment and Johan. Those are two guys on YouTube who are doing a great job with that. So sure, there are people who can stop cold turkey, but most people cannot. And the biggest problem is, if you are a person who cannot stop cold turkey, then guess what? You are gonna be stuck in a loop. You are gonna be stuck in this trap of NoFap where you try to quit by literally just trying to force yourself to quit. You will be stuck in this loop for years, because all you are doing is you're trying to force yourself to not do something. You're forcing yourself, do not fap, do not fap, do not fap. That's all you're doing. And you think it's somehow gonna work just because other people claim that it worked for them. But the problem is, and I'm telling this as somebody who started attempting NoFap, I didn't remember anymore, but it was before I was 25. And I was only able to quit porn when I turned 30 because I met my current girlfriend, who changed my life in addition to me moving to the countryside, changing my job, suddenly living in my own house. Like, there were all these changes, plus meeting my girlfriend, who then changed my social life. She made it so that I had somebody who I am connected to every single day. So a lot of big changes took place when I turned 30. So it wasn't that I suddenly was able to succeed in the NoFap attempt, whatever you want to call it, just because I tried enough. I tried for over 5 years. I was addicted to pornography on some level since maybe 13, 14 years of age. And I started to actively try to attempt NoFap sometime before 25. So I spent so much time and so many years, and then there's gonna be these comments like in my previous video, well, it's a mindset thing. Can't you see that the points you are making, they all just come back to you and your mindset? Well, no shit. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. It is a you problem. There is something wrong with you, and as long as there is something wrong with you, you can't succeed. And look, dude, I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to make it so that guys who are younger than me and who have been attempting NoFap for, let's say, 2 years or something, and seem to fail all the time, I just want that those people could fucking understand what I never myself was able to understand, because I wasted so much fucking time because I never realized that I was never gonna make it. Like, nobody came to me and told me, oh, you are never gonna make it because your approach is wrong. And then you might ask, well, what is the correct approach? And the correct approach is you have to analyze yourself. You have to see when you relapse, why you relapse, what are you feeling when you relapse, what are you feeling while you are relapsing, what are you feeling after the relapse. You have to get to know yourself perfectly well when it comes to this problem. And then you have to address those problems and you gotta start fixing them. And I understand that as a man, this has probably been viewed by a man, as men, for whatever reason, we don't really want to go to therapy. And probably therapy would be the best option and the best solution to all of this. But as long as we're not gonna go there, doesn't matter. So if you try to self-medicate on this thing, like I tried to self-medicate on this thing for years, you gotta change things. The worst things you can do is what I did. You sit in a small city apartment on your ass, not changing a single thing. You don't make new friends, you don't start new hobbies, you don't have any exciting projects going on. You literally just go to school or work, you come home, you play video games, you watch anime and Twitch streams and YouTube, and then what? I spent all my fucking days by the computer, so of course I was gonna relapse. Like, it makes perfect sense in hindsight that I was always gonna relapse and I was never gonna make it. And I would, it turns out that's exactly what it was. That is exactly how it's gonna be. If you want to get rid of those problems, you cannot just blindly try to repeat and repeat and repeat the NoFap. Because tell me, are you familiar with what I'm about to describe? You're fapping the whole day. And so you go to bed and you think to yourself, tomorrow is gonna be the day. I'm gonna wake up early, I'm gonna go for a run or the gym or whatever. Tomorrow is gonna be the day. And then tomorrow comes and you feel amazing, you feel motivated, you feel strong, and guess what? You make it. You make day 1. Okay, fast forward a few days, you're at day 3, day 5, day 9, whatever it may be. Cool, awesome, you're feeling great, you're feeling invincible. Until the day comes that you feel like shit, you are tired, you are stressed, whatever it may be, and once again, you are alone, you are with your phone or by your computer, and there's nobody's gonna see. No one is gonna see, no one is gonna care. So guess what? You might as well relapse and watch some porn and feel good for that little moment or those few hours. And then you relapse. And then what happens next? The shame hits you. You feel like a failure. And as you feel like a failure, you feel like you might as well watch more. You get back into that fucking loop of relapsing over and over again because you feel so bad about failing the NoFap, when in reality, you shouldn't feel bad about failing the NoFap. The best way to fix your porn addiction problem and your fapping problem could be that you actually don't give a fuck about watching porn and fapping. You let yourself do that. And this is something that Dr. K on the Healthy Gamer GG channel is saying. He says some of his patients, he actually tells his patients to set up a time. Like literally, they agree on a window of time during the day that the patient is allowed to watch porn and masturbate. Think about that. They're allowed to watch it. It's part of the process of healing. It sounds crazy, but it makes sense. You know why it makes sense to me? Because basically that's what happened to me. I lived my life, I was fapping away, and I was changing my life. I bought the house, moved to the countryside, got a new job, so things were changing while I was still fapping. And then eventually I met my girlfriend, and that was the final change in the stack of changes that all led to the point where I'm able to be at the destination, which is the NoFap. I am finally able to reach the point of NoFap, the lifestyle and the state of being. It's not the method, it's a destination. Thank you for watching, and if this was helpful for you, remember to subscribe and leave a like. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.